Hi friends, today we will discuss chapter called Vectors of class 11th. So I am Utkar Jadhav and let's begin our session. So what we need to learn vectors means what is necessary to learn vectors. We should have enough knowledge about physical quantity and their divisions. So what is meant by physical quantity? Physical quantity is the quantity which can be measured. Means the physical quantity is the quantity which we can measure, like 2 kg of sugar or 4 kg mangoes. Here one mango, 4 kg mangoes. Here you can measure 4 kg mangoes, 2 kg sugars, 3 kg wood. You can measure. That is called the physical quantity. The physical quantity is divided into two terms called scalar and vector. Here as we can see, physical quantity, the quantity which can be measured, is called as physical quantity. And the example for physical quantity is mass, like kilogram, temperature, degree Celsius or Fahrenheit. As we measure the temperature 102 degree Fahrenheit, 37 degree Celsius, normal body temperature is 98.4 degree Fahrenheit. Here we are measuring the unit. It's called physical quantity. So the physical quantity is used to denote mass, time, temperature, force, and 76 more physical quantities are there in the world. Means it can be mass, time, temperature, force, acceleration, impulse. Different types of physical quantities are there in the world. So mass, as we know, it is of kilograms, time, seconds, temperature, kelvins, Fahrenheit, force, mass into acceleration, F is equal to ma. We can measure force in newtons. 5 Newton force is applied to an object, then it moves. Work happened. If the 5 Newton of force is applied, then the work happened if in case is 2 joules. Like that, there are different types of physical quantities. And that physical quantities are divided into two different parts called scalar and vector. So as I have written here, physical quantity is divided into two equal parts called scalar and vector. So what is meant by scalar and what is meant by vector? Scalar quantities are the quantities which have only and only magnitude. They do not have direction. Means, now my dear friends, as you know, if you have bought 2 kg of sugar, you will not say that 2 kg of sugar is in upward direction, is in leftward direction, is in right direction, or is in down direction. You did not mention the direction in the 2 kg of sugar. Wherever the sugar it will be, you have to take the sugar. Means here, scalar quantity is the quantity which have only magnitude. As now, I will say here 2 kg. What is in this 2 kg? 2 is called magnitude, 2 is called magnitude, and kg is called unit. Kg is unit. Means here 2 is the magnitude, kg is the unit. Kg is the unit of mass. If you have written here 98.4 degree Fahrenheit, then what is magnitude, can you tell? 98.4 is magnitude and Fahrenheit is the unit. If you have taken 5 kg of wood, here pi is the magnitude, kg is the unit. If you have taken 3 kg of mangoes, then 3 is the magnitude, kg is the unit of the mass. If you have 5 ampere of current, then here phi is the magnitude and A means ampere is the unit. So ampere is the unit of electric current, as we will see later. So this was the introduction about vectors. Vectors should have two main branch. Here physical quantities contains that scalar and vector. This physical quantity contains vector and scalar. Scalar means the quantity which contains only and only magnitude is called scalar, and the vector is the quantity which have both magnitude and direction. It's called vector. In vector, this chapter we are going to learn about vectors, type of vectors, representation of vectors, etc. So scalar, as you have understood, 2 kg means here 2 is the magnitude, kg is the unit. So there are very variety of the examples in the universe. Now what is vector? Vector is the quantity which have both magnitude and direction. So now you can see here, vector is the quantity which have both magnitude and direction. Magnitude and direction. Magnitude and direction. It has both magnitude and direction. It has only magnitude, no direction. So as you can see here, magnitude and direction. Displacement, if here is, now this is one man, here one man is standing, it goes here, the distance covered is 4 meter. So as I will show in board, man is starting from here, A, B, C. Okay, man is going A to B, B to C. Okay, A to B is 4 meter. Okay, A to B is 4 meter and B to C is 3 meter. Now we should calculate the distance between A, B, C. What is the distance between A, B, C? The distance between A, B, C is 4 meter plus 3 meter, 7 meter. Any time in the years, if you have given any of the path, then the distance travelled is equal to the length of the path, right? Here the distance will not change forever. Here A to B to C is 7 centimeter. But in the case of displacement, here to here, one path is created. From this corner to this corner, one path is created. That path, the shortest path travelled by an object, is called displacement. Understood? Here A to B is 4, B to C is 3. So applying the Pythagoras theorem, as everybody know, 4 square plus 3 square is equal to AC square. AC square is equal to 16 plus 9. AC square is equal to 25 and AC is equal to 5 meter. The displacement is the shortest path called AC, which is 5 meter, and distance is 7 meter. So here the direction matters. Here the vector has magnitude and direction. The example of vectors are force, example of vector is displacement, acceleration, velocity. The different types of example of vectors are displacement, acceleration and velocity are different types of examples. And scalar has different example called mass, time, temperature, electric current. Now I have got a question in the mind. If the electric current has both direction and magnitude, as you know, electric current has both direction and magnitude, and electric current is called scalar quantity. Here one exception. Electric current is called scalar quantity. Why? Electric current is called scalar quantity. Why? As we know, the current is coming from left to right. If it is coming from left to right, why? Why this scalar is an electric current which is scalar quantity? As it is coming from left to right, it has direction. 5 ampere current means it has magnitude as well as unit as well as direction. Then why this electric current is not a scalar quantity? Because it is not a vector quantity, because it does not obey the vector law of addition. It does not obey the vector law of addition, which is necessary to every unit or every physical quantity to be a vector. Means a vector has an own criteria. He says you have magnitude, okay. You have direction, it is also okay. But you should apply the vector law of addition. If you do not apply the vector law of addition, there is no use of vector. You can't be a vector. You will still be a scalar quantity. So that is why electric current is a scalar quantity. Now they can ask a question, electric current is. So now we will think that it contains direction, it contains magnitude, it will be scalar. But it will be vector, sorry. So this is not correct. It is scalar quantity. As I have said, it is a scalar quantity. They can confuse you. It will say they have, now they will say electric current, as you know, they have magnitude as well and they have direction as well. Then what is the type of quantity? Electric current. First option they will be vector, second option scalar, third option both 1 and 2, and fourth option none of these. So the correct answer for that question is scalar, because it does not obey the vector law of addition. Means the vector has the condition of magnitude as well as direction as well as vector law of addition. Vector law of addition. It has two cases, magnitude, direction. These are two cases, and another case is vector law of addition for any of the physical quantity to be a vector. So this was some basic introduction about physical quantities and vectors. So let's move to the types of vectors. What are the different types of vectors? The different types of vectors are null vector, equal vector. Let's see what are the different types of vectors. Let's see what is meant by the representation of vector. How we can do the representation of vector in different forms. The representation of vector is a very important topic. The representation of vector is a very important topic. If the vector is A, right? If the vector is A, we can't write vector as A. We should denote a upper line on the vector. Every vector, if you take force, you should add line because force is an vector quantity. Velocity, line. Acceleration, line. You should perfectly add one arrowhead on any of the vector quantities. Any of the vector quantities, you should add one arrowhead. What is meant by this arrowhead? Why we should add an arrowhead? This arrowhead represents what it represents. This length represents magnitude. This length represents magnitude, and this arrow represents direction. What this arrow represents? This arrow represents direction. Right? This arrow represents direction. This length of this bar represents the magnitude. Now, as imagine 100 Newton. Okay, 100 Newton. Here, how we should write 100 Newton? 100 Newton is this much. How much we should write the line? The arrow should be not much more, right? We can write 100 Newton as like that also. You can write 100 Newton this much also. Why? Here, every time if they given 1000 Newton, 1000 ampere, how you will not draw 1000 centimeters or 1000 meters, right? A specific unit you should consider while drawing any vertical line or any bar on that vector quantity. Now here 100 Newton means I consider that 100 Newton, here 100 means 1 centimeter. Here I should represent one magnitude as map. As you will see in map, no, 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. In whole world map, 100 kilometer is equal to 1 meter. Same here, 100 Newton, we can say it 100 centimeters equal to 100 centimeter, 100 Newton. Here 100 represents as 1 centimeter. We can write like that. So this was a representation of vector. How we should represent a vector. So let's see some examples on this. If I have given you an quantity called acceleration. Acceleration is denoted as a bar. Now here I can also write this, means acceleration is in this direction. Acceleration is in this direction. Acceleration is in this direction. Now one main and one important point to notice is the magnitude of the vector quantity is always scalar. Magnitude of vector quantity is always scalar. Now how we should find the magnitude? Mod of a bar is a. Here E is magnitude. Pretty easy. Here you take one vector quantity, keep two mods. Here two lines you keep, means that two lines means mod. Mod of any vector quantity or magnitude of any vector quantity is a scalar quantity, and here you get the magnitude. Here you get the magnitude of the vector quantity, right? This is vector quantity and this is the magnitude of the vector quantity. If you will add the mod, it will become the magnitude of the vector quantity, and it is also a scalar quantity. Magnitude of any vector quantity is called scalar quantity. This is an important note. So my dear friends, with this we will end this short video. I will meet you in the next video with the types of different vectors. So bye bye for today. Take care. Be home. Be safe.